So I just uploaded a video, a quick video about creating changes in your life. And I emphasize on going into a place of solitude. And the reason why I stress that is because many times we have all the wrong voices inside of our heads. And we're wrestling with those voices as we are pursuing or trying to pursue what we need to be pursuing. But sometimes you got to get alone and ask yourself this question. What is it that I really want to do? That's question number one. Number two, what is going to be required of me to bring this thing to pass in my life? Number three, what is it that I'm going to have to separate from in order for me to be really focused on bringing this thing to pass in my life? So see, there are steps to bringing a new thing into your life, or for creating something new in your life that you don't have presently now. Sometimes we are so busy trying to be like everybody else when you need to understand that you've been created uniquely and you have been created in such a way that being like everybody else or anybody else is just simply going to have you incomplete, unfulfilled, and you won't really be able to be the person that you've been called to be. So being in a solitary place and regrouping and asking yourself, what is it that I really want to do? What is it going to require of me to do this thing? What do I need to get out of my life to make this thing happen? And these are some serious questions that you're going to have to ask yourself, and you have to be honest with yourself. Some of you spend too much time letting everybody tell you what you need to be doing for your life. How can someone else tell you what you need to be doing for your life when it is your life? When you have had something deposited inside of you that you're supposed to bring out into your life. No one else can bring it out but you, and you have to bring it out. And see, being in a solitary place will cause you to look at what's inside of you. What's really inside of you that you can bring out and be a blessing to others and to begin to create some type of legacy for your family. And see, these are the kind of things that many of us have never really asked ourselves, because no one has really challenged us to say, you know, maybe you got alone and really just search inside of yourself and say, what is this thing that I have that I can bring out to be a blessing to others? And then what must I do to bring this thing out of me? Because it is inside of us. We all have these seeds inside of us of purpose, of calling. And it is up to us to bring it out. But many times we're afraid because we're trying to make sure we make everybody around us feel comfortable with us. Well, I'm here to tell you that your time is slowly but surely getting away from you. And you trying to make sure that everybody agree with what you're doing is going to cause you to waste more time. Because I'm here to tell you, not everybody's going to agree with what you're doing. Not everybody's going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to like what you're doing. People are going to try to tell you to do it this way and that way. But understand, if you've been called to do something specifically that only you can do, then no one else can really tell you how to do it. But if you begin to go to work and get those things out of your life that are distracting you and hone in on what you're supposed to be doing, where that energy is flowing, you're going to begin to attract the people in your life that's a part of what it is you're doing. You're going to begin to attract to your life people that are a part of your purpose. Some of you, you're around so many people that have nothing to do with your purpose. And that's why you're not going nowhere. You're not going toward it because you got everything else in your life that you need to get rid of. That's why you got to ask yourself what it is you're supposed to be doing. What is going to be required? What is the cost? And the cost has to do with many times just getting away from the people that don't need to be in your life. There are some people that are in your life for part of the journey, but once you get to mile 7, it's time for you to let them go, because in order for you to get to mile 8, 9, and 10, it's focus time. It's separation time, because they was only meant to go so far. And you got to understand that enough to get people out of your life that don't belong in your life at this point, because there's somewhere that you're going that they can't go. There are some places that you're going in your life that the people that you're presently around cannot go. You got to remove yourself. You've got to ghost those people. I know that might sound cruel, but it's not cruel. It's about your purpose. It's about your calling. Sometimes you got to separate yourself and you got to begin to focus on you, because many times people will try to convince you of what you need to be doing. And you know deep down inside that's not what you're supposed to be doing. But so many people are so busy trying to be like everybody else, and they're not fulfilling their purpose. They become slaves to the opinions of others. They really want to break free, but they're afraid because they're going to hurt somebody's feeling. They're afraid that they're going to be talked about. But you've got to break away, because it is your life. And you don't want to end up in the end of your life saying, if only I would have made this move. Because you've been given something to do, and it's deep down inside, and you've got to bring it out. And so I'm telling you, in order for you to create the life that was meant for you, you're going to have to ask yourself these basic questions. What is it that I really want to do? What's this thing inside of me that fires me up? And then second, what am I going to need to do to pull this off? And thirdly is, who are the people that I'm going to have to separate from if I'm going to be successful? Because many times that's our biggest obstacle, getting people out of our life that we don't need in our life at this time, that are not serving us. Some of you know you're not supposed to be going out every weekend drinking and partying, but you get that phone call, and then you start going out and you're doing that the whole weekend. When something's saying, you need to stop doing this and focus on your goals, focus on your purpose, your life purpose. But you allow peer pressure, you allow addictions, you allow things to keep you from what you're supposed to be doing. And I'm simply here telling you, as plainly as I can tell you, that you got to give yourself a swift kick in the backside and say, starting right now, I'm going to take ownership of my life. I'm going to take ownership of my life. I'm going to write down a plan of action, and I'm going to implement that action in my life. See, we're concerned about who's in charge over here. We're concerned about who's in charge over there. But you've got to start being the CEO of your own life and start taking ownership and start taking action, making moves to change the direction in which you're going. Because some of you are headed toward destruction in your life. Destruction is any place that's contrary to the purpose that the Creator put you on this earth for. The Creator put you on this planet for a specific purpose to fulfill. When you don't fulfill your purpose, you're miserable, you're disgusted with yourself, and you're not going to be an asset to your family, and you're not going to be the person that you're supposed to be. See, I don't know about you, but I decided I'm going to be the hero in my story because it's my story. So you can't let someone take the script from you, the script of your life, say, no, I'm going to make you be the bottom. No. You got to make sure that you are the hero of your story by taking ownership of your life. And in doing so, you'll begin to move, make progress, and in time, you'll see the very purpose that you've been put on this planet for. It'll begin to be fulfilled in your life.